yesterday, I saw a sign that said Southampton, Twinwood Khan. You haven't been to Khan, but what's there is drug dealers, graffiti and horseshit. So they've really nailed it.
Get in.
Yes, yes. I saw my dream home in the estate agent's windows, and they told me it'll cost me an arm and a leg to buy. But luckily, I live next to a graveyard. Countries don't get into advertising sales nowadays, which really annoys me, because they're very rarely true. They're always like, come to Scotland, where the views are green, and the people are friendly. When really it should be, come to Scotland, where the kebab shops are many, and the teeth are few. Is it true if you're in a relationship?
Hey!
Hey! You see? Yeah, see, why you shake your head? Yeah. How did you meet?
Flying.
Yes.
Flying? You're flying high? Or?
Gliding.
Fairly close to the ground.
You were very close to the ground. Oh, nice. How did you end up flying together?
Well, because gliders have got 2 seats.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize you were gliding. Fair enough. Well, I met my current missus at work, but all of our colleagues who I've blossomed from friends into lovers, which apparently they didn't even see it till the morning. She absolutely loves it when I speak in a foreign language. English can't understand it. So one day I turned to her and said, Jayla said, oh, that's so romantic. It's funny because I've been in the toilet. We all remember that Steve needs help to help out? I did that loads with my missus. She still refuses to cook my dinner. We've got a kid together now, and people give me advice on parenting. One piece of advice I've been giving is to always follow your gut, because it's often right. So, when my daughter was having a 2-hour meltdown, I followed my gut, fucked off to McDonald's. Another piece of advice I've been giving is to trial different type of nappy brands to see which ones you get on with. So naturally, I've tried Pampers, I've tried Huggies, I've even tried Little Zone brand, all of which I've found useless. None of them fit me. I've actually found out that they don't do nappies for adults, and that when they get too full, they burst, and these little crystals go everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. I've had a jazzle for weeks. It's not a nice image, is it, sir? Still trying to get out my belly, so. I'm going to be matched, no foreskin, so I'm all. Looking back at the whole baby process, I think the bit I struggled with most was the childbirth, because it was wonderful, yet scary. Wonderful, because got someone told to being born, was scary, because no one told me she would come out purple. So when she was born, my first thought wasn't, isn't she beautiful? It was, fuck, my partner's had an affair with Barney the dinosaur. When she was actually given birth, I got all excited and yelled, I can see the head, I can see the head! The nurse went, no, you idiot. She's just shut herself. Seeing my partner in pain is quite an awkward experience. And when I'm in awkward situations, I like to make jokes to alleviate tension. I've got the timing of these jokes, though when she had to be induced to go into labour. And when they do this, they use a large metal hook to pop the ignorance out. So, when the nurse put the hook up there, I couldn't help myself but go, if you hook a duck, it's a prize every time! I want a baby! So anyway, when my daughter was born, I promised myself I'd never become a deadbeat dad. You know, a deadbeat dad who punches 3 lips to their child, and it's nothing to do with them. Instead, I'll be a semi-deadbeat dad. Well, I don't think a normal deadbeat dad does, but with a semi. Did you just say yummy? Interesting take. I do have some parenting experience though, as I'm actually a stepdad to 2 teenagers, which is opening up to new experiences. They're going to get breast measured. When I go, choosing me and a bunch of mums and their daughters. And it's so awkward, because all they do is live on step. I've got to say, I'm glad I don't know. As a double confirmation, I'm a 32 double C. Has anyone been abroad this year?
Yep.
Yeah, where have you been? Nice. spot family holiday?
No, it was a group of friends from the pub.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, I've recently been to America, and when I was out there, I discovered that we had to give the waitress a tip after every meal. But when I tried, she asked me to put it back in my trousers. I've got to say, the Americans have absolutely butchered the English language out there. So over here, it's trousers. Over there, it's pants. Over here, it's crisps. Over there, it's chips. Over here, it's schools. Over there, it's shooting ranges. When I last flew with Ryanair, I had to ask for a seatbelt extender because I was too fat, which they charged me for. As if I didn't have enough on my plate. I find it amusing that fast food chains are taking their slogans from sexy dirty talk. Think about it, right? McDonald's, I'm loving it. KFC, it's thinking looking good. And Burger King, it takes two to hold a Whopper. I'm realising this, it now makes perfect sense. Well, my missus calls their friend Subway. Eat fresh. Both my parents are alcoholics. They don't like to admit that though, they just give subtle hints. Just ask my brothers, I'm Stormy Fosters. Did you know that 70% of gin made in the UK is actually made in Scotland? Which explains why every time I drink gin, I fancy a fight 70% of the time. To make flavoured gin, you have to use a mixture of flour, spring and nuts. But to stop it tasting salty, don't use your own nuts. My father-in-law buys and pays with scale electrics, which surprised me. I didn't think you could have 3 adult kids, 9 grandchildren, and still be considered a virgin. Found my dad having a mini stroke the other day. He was just wanking off a midget, mate. All his mates keep on saying they can see a lot of my father in me, which surprised me. I thought I took all those videos down. There are only fans if you want to watch those. So. In school, I was asked to write a lot of essays from Shakespeare. I was asked to write them in leather in case I made a mistake. Well, which pencil was I to use? To be or not to be? So I was in my car, and this police officer was flashing his lights going, wee woo, and it came right up my arse. And then he pulled out, and I took him home. I went to the drug clinic today and found out that's now all done by phone. So I called the number, and it said, if you want help with your marijuana addiction, please press hash. In order to earn a bit of extra cash, I've taken up refereeing, and it's hard, you know, because all I get is abuse. But often I get, the referee's a wanker! So I've stopped doing that on the pitch. You're not fit to referee! No shit! I get out of breath saying my order to McDonald's drive-through. You don't know what you're doing. It's really hurt, coming from my missus in bed. I was attacked by an XL bully the other day. It's the last time I go to Weight Watchers. Now, quite often when people find out that I do comedy, they like to tell me a joke and go, you can use that one on stage. Do you want to hear him? Yeah. Good. Some quiet time.
Is that the Santa book?
The Santa book? No, much is good, isn't it? Huh? 3. A 7 and a 4-year-old are trying to chat to each other in the bedroom. And they both said to each other, shall we swear today? And they went, yeah. So they went down to breakfast, and the mother asked the 4-year-old, what would you like for breakfast? And he went, I'll have some Frosties, you bitch. And she slapped him around the face. She then turned to the 7-year-old and said, and what would you like for breakfast? And he goes, I know one thing for sure, I don't want any fucking Frosties. I was in the pub, and this Thai bloke was in there wearing a miniskirt, with her arse showing and her tits out here, and I thought, don't get an erection, don't get an erection. But you did. A man went to the doctors and said, I'm not feeling too well. My heart keeps racing, my head keeps spinning. The doctor said, I think you're going to have to stop masturbating. He said, why? Because I have to examine you. I met a bunch of fans who support teams based on their favourite thing to eat. One guy supported West Ham because he eats ham. Another fella supports Liverpool because he eats liver. And the logic works, because I support Arsenal. Right, I'll leave you on this one, guys. I lost a game, rock, paper, scissors, to a guy with no hand. I was stumped. I can joke on,